Hi, good afternoon. This is Loralee with LoraleeLiving, Town Visit Tuesdays, and I'm here. I traveled to Winter Park today, and I'm here with my friend Shanai,
Hello.
who is a hairdresser, beautician, makeup artist, and going to learn about her story today. So, welcome.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you for being here today.
Of course.
I appreciate you.
It's great to be here.
So, tell me what your inspiration was to start your business and become hairstylist and makeup artist and do all that you do.
So I've always, growing up, loved doing hair, loved doing makeup. I've always tried to cut anyone's hair that I possibly could, and it's never, when I was younger at least, been great. But getting into it and doing it as a profession made me realize that it's so much more than just doing hair. It has turned into something that is very kind of fulfilling for me, to make people feel as beautiful as they actually look. It really is crazy how people can come in with a whole different demeanor and leave just feeling so much better about themselves. So that is really why I do what I do. I do it to make, even though people are already beautiful in their own way, it really just makes me feel good to make them feel better about themselves. That's why I do it.
Is that why you do it?
That's exactly why I do it.
I love that.
Yeah.
There's a so when you were little, how old were you when you started?
Oh, I can't even remember. Me and my sister were 2 years apart. She was probably 3 or 4, so I was like 5 or 6.
Oh my.
And yeah, oh
so
my.
You've known your whole life.
Yes, it's been a long time. I remember wanting to give my sister bangs. She doesn't want to cut bangs. And I thought it would be very cool and trendy to give her bangs that were very like this. And my mom was not so happy about that. She was not having it. I thought they looked great. My sister was like all for it. My mom not so much. So
your sister liked it too?
She was fine with it, but also 3 or 4.
Oh yeah, she was good with
So yeah, she was fine.
Especially her big sister, right?
Yes, she already had the bangs. I just wanted them to be cooler.
Oh my gosh, that is too funny.
It was great.
Well, that's pretty awesome. From such a young age, you knew what you were going to do.
I did. I never realized it until I started doing it and looking back at my life that I knew this is what I wanted to do. I just ended up here. I really did.
Wow.
Yeah.
So out of high school, you went straight to beauty school?
Out of high school, I worked a couple odd jobs while I was in hair school. I went to hair school the fall afterwards. So kind of as typical as any college would be. But I originally went to have a fun job to put myself through college, and I never quit. So, because as soon as I started, I just knew that this is what I wanted.
And what about the makeup? When did that start?
Makeup, it started with myself. I've always loved doing my own makeup. It's kind of like my quiet time to myself. It's how I kind of prepare for my day. And really, it just kind of fell into so much more than that. This whole beauty industry, it's become so much more of my life than I thought it was going to be. So it's been great.
That's really cool. What out of how many years have you been actually?
I've been doing hair for 8 years.
8 years.
Yes.
And in the 8 years, and even because you've been pretty much in the Winter Park area, right?
Yeah.
What does the community, what do your clients say about you?
It's really hard to say what they would say about me.
Do you get feedback though?
I do. They always are so thrilled and happy with what I do, but like I said, it's so much more to me than what other people think of what I do. It really is how they feel about themselves, and that's kind of what speaks to me, is how they feel afterwards. They don't have to tell me anything, but you can just see it on their face.
You just see it on the face?
Yeah.
Okay. What would be a favorite has there been an event or something as special, something super special, maybe just one person that you did their hair and makeup for a wedding, or you did an event where you were able to do something super creative, maybe outside of what you get to do every day?
There's been plenty of instances that have,
sure
there's so much creativity in this field that really a lot of it is so great. But most recently, I had a good client of mine who has turned into a friend at this point. She just recently got married, and it was more just a celebration. They were already eloped and all of these things, but she had a whole steampunk wedding, and so it was really cool to kind of like break out of like your typical traditional wedding style and move into something so different. It was a lot of fun. It really kind of like stretched me out of my comfort zone a little bit, and I'm not big on working weddings. It's very stressful, not only for me but for everyone around.
Right.
And so it was nice to be able to do that for a friend of mine and really kind of like make her whole vision a reality, because it was awesome. It was a great time. It was really good. It was fun.
What would, let's see here. I had something in mind and I now forgot what it was.
Are you camera shy too? Because I feel like that's how I am.
Oh my goodness. So in the community, Winter Park community, what do you do to give back?
To give back, I actually will donate a lot of my services. So for fundraisers such as like Runway for Hope, they always do auctions and things like that.
What is Runway for Hope?
Runway for Hope, they raise money for children with cancer, any kind of sick kid really. And so it's just a giant fundraiser. There's a whole bunch of people there, and so I just donate a couple gift cards for either specific things or for a certain amount. And people will auction off on those items not knowing how much it actually costs, and then whatever money they donate for that item, then all of that money gets donated to Runway for Hope, and then they in return get my services. So I'm giving something, but they're actually, all the money that they're giving is donated to Runway for Hope.
Okay. Are they affiliated with St. Jude's at all? Or?
I believe so. Don't quote me on it.
Okay.
But it's very much within that realm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how often does that happen?
They have their huge fundraiser once a year, but one of the women that I know that I donate all of my services to, she has a bunch of different ones that I don't even know which ones they are really, but I'll just give her gift cards here and there to donate to whatever charity she's working for at the time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. So is it the children that are coming in?
No, so it's whoever just bids on that.
Oh,
yeah.
Is.
So it's like an auction style. So the people that are out in the audience, they'll auction on these things, and whoever buys it, the money goes to these children, and then they in turn, get something in return for it. Yeah,
I see.
So
okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What do you specialize in? I do have a couple more questions. So
Okay.
What do you specialize in?
I really love it all. Color is probably my favorite because that's when you see the biggest transformation in people. But even something as simple as a haircut, I would say probably color. But I really just love it all, so I feel like I don't know, I feel like it is. I just really love all of it. It's all great.
Is there, I'm trying to say like something that's not really coming out. Like, is there, like in the coloring and in what you do, what is the creativity? I'm not quite saying what I want to say. The creativity, I guess, because every client's unique, right?
Right.
So the creativity that comes out for each client, and what transforms, or maybe the clients that come in and they get the same thing done all the time, but the creativity that comes out of each client. Is that,
I think I know what you mean. It really, like you said, each client is very different. A lot of my regulars that get the same kind of thing, it really is just like bringing them back to life, because especially if you're in a routine, you're so used to your appearance and the way that you feel and all of those things. And even just something as simple as like a root touch up or a couple highlights really just kind of like makes you feel so much better about yourself in this weird kind of way.
It does. I know personally.
it really does. Like just, and even just time being in a very like calm and relaxing space where you don't have to worry about anything, that in itself is like fulfilling and it makes you feel better. But as far as anything else, I really have a lot of people that will come in and just be like, this is kind of what I'm going for, but you do what you want, and just the look on their face afterwards, it's always just, it really is the best. It's the best. It's awesome. I love it. It's the best.
It feeds your soul, doesn't it?
It does. It does. It does. It does.
Well, I really appreciate you coming today.
Of course.
And
of course.
let me come to you, I should say.
Right.
So we're actually in her studio today, where she does all her creativity.
Yes.
And she's at a new location in Winter Park. And I just, again, I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you. So we're here again in Winter Park with Shanai.
Yes.
And I look forward to seeing y'all next Tuesday for Town Visit Tuesdays with Laura.